Good afternoon, friends. It's Monday and it's still raining outside. I wanted to read you a special book from my childhood, and it's important for two reasons. Well, one, because it has owls in the book, which is our daughter's spirit animal, and two, because it's about camping. And camping is an activity that I love to do in the spring and the summertime. And so this book is called Little Owl in the Tree House. And I wanted to show you that inside, my name is written in the front of the book, Adrian Gilbert, and I think that's from kindergarten. And my old address up in Michigan, 56 Mayfield. This is one of my favorite books. Little Owl and the Tree House. Little Owl in the Tree House. When Little Owl was small, his brother Ollie had a tree house. I used to love tree houses. It was in a tree on the lawn in front of their house. Ollie and his friends had made it themselves. It was very high up. Little Owl had never been up there. Look at how Little Owl is. He's so tiny. What do you think he's gonna do? You think he's thinking about how big and long that ladder is? And there are his friends up in the treehouse. And look, oh, what's he doing? Ollie had invited him, but he couldn't manage to get up the rope ladder. He's trying real hard. And he tries, and he falls down. Little Owl couldn't understand why. It looked so easy. One day, Little Owl discovered that he could climb a twisty little tree in the garden. And look at that tree. I recognize that tree. I think it's called a magnolia tree. There are a lot of magnolias in North Carolina. And there's his little teddy bear. It looks like he takes his teddy bear with him wherever he goes. The same day, a new freezer arrived in a huge cardboard box. As Little Owl looked at it, he had an idea. He is thinking. Look at his thinking face. Can I have the box? Asked Little Owl when the freezer had been taken out. Yes, if you want it, replied his mother, looking surprised. The box was very heavy. He could only just manage to push it along. Oh, looks like he's working hard. Once outside, the box slid down the back steps all by itself. Then Daddy came from the backyard to help. With a bit of a struggle, Little Owl and Daddy jammed the box into the twisty tree so that the box was wedged quite firmly. Looks like they're creating something. Then Daddy got a saw and cut out a window and a door. It's very tough cardboard, he said. Well, he's watching how hard his daddy's working. After they had put some thick plastic sheeting over the top to keep the rain out, the treehouse was finished. Little Owl went inside. At least he had a treehouse of his own. He's looking to see what's outside that window. Mommy and Ollie came out into the garden. They were very surprised to find a treehouse and Little Owl looking out the window. Have you ever been in a treehouse? Or a fort? Maybe a cardboard fort? Can Henrietta come to tea? Asked Little Owl. Of course, said his mother. She would like to see your treehouse. Henrietta came the next afternoon with Aunt Willow. Henrietta loved the treehouse, and they had tea in there. After tea, Little Owl's mother found a piece of carpet and some material that they could cut up for curtains. He's eating tea, and look who's with him. His teddy bear's always with him. And he has apples and tea, and it looks like a sandwich. They were busy at work when they heard some odd bumping noises on the roof. Ollie's face appeared at the window. "Wow," he cried. "We don't have carpets or curtains in our treehouse." They scrambled down and went into the house. "Is Henrietta staying the night in Little Owl's treehouse?" demanded Ollie. Aunt Willow looked doubtful. "It's extremely strong," said Mommy. I'm sure it's quite safe." "Well, all right then," said Aunt Willow, laughing. "What an adventure, Henrietta." You think they're gonna stay the night? Little Owl and Henrietta just fit comfortably into the little treehouse. "I like it here," said Henrietta. "It's cozy and not too high up." Looks like they're having fun in their little sleeping bags. "Well, we know you two enjoyed yourselves," said Daddy at breakfast the next morning. "We could hear you giggling all half the night." "It was fun," said Henrietta. "We saw the stars when it got dark." Henrietta had to go home that afternoon, but she was surprised to come again soon so she could play in Little Owl's treehouse. That night, Little Owl took his sleeping bag out to the treehouse again. His mother came to say goodnight. "Are you sure you'll be all right by yourself?" she asked. Little Owl nodded, but he did feel a bit lonely when she went away. My goodness, what do you think's gonna happen? He's very brave to stay in the treehouse all by himself to sleep. In the middle of the night, he woke up feeling cold. The wind was blowing and the rain was coming in through the window. Little Owl pulled the sleeping bag up around his ears and hoped the rain would stop. There was a sudden gust of wind and a ripping noise as the plastic sheet was torn off the roof. Little Owl heard it flapping away in the dark. The rain started to pour in, and soon the water was quite deep. My goodness, that's a lot of rain in there. Little Owl struggled out of his sleeping bag. When he stood up, the floor felt strange and soft. The cardboard was soaked through. Oh my goodness. Suddenly, the treehouse collapsed, and Little Owl was swept out of the tree on a wave of water. Whoosh! There goes Little Owl. As he picked himself up, the lights in the house started to go on, and a moment later, Daddy came running from the house. "Are you all right?" he cried. Whatever happened to you? Whatever happened to the treehouse? Good heavens, you're soaked." Daddy picked up Little Owl and ran back through the rain to the house. Everyone was up. His mother dried him with a big towel and sat him in a chair near the fire. "Oh, he looks cozy." His mama and papa came to help. "Gosh, you are lucky," said Ollie enviously. "I've never been washed out of a treehouse. You must have nearly drowned. Pity about the tree, though," he added. Little Owl was soon put to bed with a hot drink, and Teddy was there already. He goes everywhere with Teddy. "I'm sorry about the treehouse, Chick," said Mommy. "It must have been very scary for you." Little Owl was very tired. It was nice to be back in his own cozy bed, but perhaps he would make himself a proper treehouse like Ollie's one day when he was a little bit bigger. It looks like Little Owl had a fun adventure, and he's already dreaming about what he's going to do in the future to build another treehouse. I love this story. I love the adventure. And Little Owl learned a few lessons. He was okay in the end. He even got to bring his Teddy with him to feel safe. Do you guys have a favorite book you want to read to me? I would love to hear your stories. It's still raining. Talk to you later.